Hey everybody. It's actually week 45 right now, but I'm gonna do week 44 and then I'll do another video for week 45 because I missed last week. I got confused, honestly. I thought that it was supposed to be on one thing and it was actually supposed to be a free week, and that was totally my fault. Okay, so for free week, I'm gonna partially go off of what Amber talked about because that was a really good topic. There's so many different accessories that our guys have to get, and it's so hard to know what's legit and what's not. So I wanted to talk about a couple ones that Chance has. I only have one prop for this video because we're not at home. This is not my room. It's not this nice. We're actually in North Jersey for my cousin's bar mitzvah right now, so we're in a hotel room until Sunday. I wanted to get these done while I have a little bit of free time. So I only have one prop with me because we're not at home and I don't have our box. I've always thought it was kind of awesome, and I'm lucky that there's so many dicks laying around my room. Like, you open a drawer and there's like 4 in there, and then you open another drawer and there's a couple in there, and it's just like, I'm just so lucky. I can't even. Who else gets that experience besides sweethearts? I just think that other people are just jealous of that. Okay, so I want to go off of what Amber said. She had really great points. I haven't tried all the ones that she has, and there's a couple that Chance has that she didn't talk about, so I wanted to throw those in there. He had a Mr. Limpy when we first met. It was the lightest color they had. They have a couple different shades, and it was like a 3-inch, and like Amber said, it's so sticky, and like you had to wash it constantly, and it was just too squishy to be passable. I guess if you're really concerned about feel, like it gave a good bulge, but it wasn't big enough. I know Chance didn't think it was big enough for his build, and he made it feel like he wasn't really wearing anything. So the Mr. Limpy is a good, less expensive option. If you're just kind of starting out, it's probably real good for smaller guys. Like if you're real short, if you're real thin, it's probably good for that. Or if you don't wear like skin tight pants, you'll probably be able to do the Mr. Limpy real good. Real well, sorry. Now he has the Mr. Right, which he likes 100 times better. That's who I have with me here. Okay, this is the Mr. Right. This is the caramel color. It comes in vanilla, caramel, and mocha, or some other weird food analogy. So as you can see, it's flat on the back, so it sits like right against your skin. Sorry, this piece of hair. The balls are a little bit realistic. I don't want to bend him, but yeah, they're kind of like asymmetrical, so it's more realistic. It's cute. He's got little wrinkles too on his shaft. But he only comes in one size. Chance said he thinks it's 5.5 inches, 5.5 or 6, but Mr. Right only comes in one size. But he's not as squishy, so you can see if he's just sitting, he hangs like that. Whereas the Mr. Limpy is more down and it's shorter. It's harder material, so it's a little bit more realistic if you were to like squeeze yourself. The only problem with the Mr. Right is he's pretty pricey. It was about $50 or $60 for him. We're in Philly, so we went to Passional. It's on it's off South Street. If anybody is from the area, you can check that out. They have a pretty good array, and if they don't have it, they'll order it for you, which is pretty cool. And that's also where Chance got his STP, which he really likes. It is called a Wiz, W-H-I-Z, and it's basically a long Mr. Limpy with a funnel. It's really good for Chance wears it when we go to like a straight bar or a shady bar where he doesn't trust going to the bathroom. He can just like go out back and pee and use that. It's good because, okay, basically, I'm going to use Mr. Right again. Basically, it's a Mr. Limpy with a hole that goes all the way through the shaft and a little piece of plastic tube comes out at the tip and it's a funnel out this way. So what he does is he puts it through a harness, actually. He wears the harness like he would a normal packer. So if you're at a urinal, you can just pull it out. I would suggest getting a longer one. They come in all different sizes. Oh my god, I'm sorry. They come in all different sizes, but I would suggest getting a longer one because if you're getting a 3, you won't be able to pull it out of your pants and use it. That's just, however you're going to use it. If you're going to use it at a urinal, then you're probably going to need something longer than a 3. Somebody commented on Amber's video, and it brought up a really good point about, if somebody looks, they're not going to say anything. I think the lifelike STPs are more for the guy's state of mind than they are for anybody that might see. It's more like, okay, I can look down and see what's supposed to be there. I hope that makes sense. I have used one called, I've used the Wiz. I've used Chance's Wiz. It sounds so weird. I've used the STP that he has called the Wiz. And once you get over the fact that you're standing up and peeing, which is hard, it works really well. I've never had it overflow. He's never had a problem with it. He has tried the medicine spoon, which Amber brought up, and he said that he pees too hard or something for it. So it's probably better if you can either regulate your stream, or if you're a gentle peer, it's probably better for that, the medicine spoon. Really cheap, good, easy option to get you started. The Masho is a packer, actually. I'm sorry I skipped this one. The Masho is a packer that Amber brought up, and I thought about getting it for Chance for his birthday last year, but I couldn't get it together. And the thing about the Masho is the balls are actually 3D. So you see how the Mr. Right, it's flat on the back. The Mr. Masho balls are like actually 3-dimensional. So that's, I think, what a lot of guys really like, because it gives kind of a more detailed package if you're looking at it, through close. So that's, the P style is what I wanted to talk about. The P style is, it's lowercase p, capital S style. I've also seen it at Passional, which is the sex store that we got Chance's Mr. Right at. He got his Mr. Limpy there, I think. He's got everything there. It's great. It's made for women, the P style. So it's just a piece of plastic. It's like a long piece of plastic. And it comes in like a little carrying case. I go to a lot of like all day fests, like metal fests. And the porta potties are disgusting. And I don't want to sit on one. So I need to get myself one of those P styles for that. I've never tried the Go Girl. I've heard good things, like Amber was talking about it. Again, some are just marketed just for women, for camping, for concerts, for that kind of thing. I think that is all I wanted to talk about. Check my notes. As far as all the little accoutrements that we get to try and play with as sweethearts. And then, I know this is a free week, so I wanted to talk about a topic that I deal a lot with, that I talk a lot about in other parts of my life, and that's body shaming. There's so many different kinds of body shaming, and there's so many different kinds of shaming in general. You might have heard of slut shaming. It's the idea that a woman mostly, it's mostly centered at women, aren't allowed to be promiscuous, aren't allowed to express their sexuality because they'll get labeled as sluts, and slut's a bad thing, apparently. Like, is there anything else in the world where you'd be like, ha ha ha, you like to have sex? That's bad. Like, that's the idea of slut shaming. And then body shaming is a big one. And I think as partners, we deal with a lot of body shaming. Even when it's self-applied. So, you know, the whole, oh, I'm not a real man, all that kind of stuff. I deal with it a lot as someone who's fat. I get a lot of that from other people. You know, I've been in stores and I've had people say to me, I don't even know why you're in here, nothing in here's gonna fit you. You know, real charming people. And it's something that body shaming, I think, is one more way for us to try and connect with our partners, because they deal with it from themselves, and I'm sure they deal with it from outsiders, you know, looking at them, oh, you don't look the way a man is supposed to look, and this and this and this. And everyone can experience some type of body shaming. I think that's kind of all I wanted to touch on for our free week. And I guess just be careful with your words, I think, is the most important when it comes to shaming. Because you could mean something totally innocently, but it could come off as negative because of the association that the person makes in their mind with that word. I don't care if you call me fat. I am completely aware of how I look. It's your fault that you put a negative label on it before you called me it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you call me a dyke. It doesn't bother me. But some people put a negative label on things. So just be careful, because you might be comfortable with something, but somebody else might not be. I think that's all I wanted to go over. I'm going to regroup and write down some thoughts and come back with my week 45 video. Alright, I'll see you guys then.